Hello and welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we'll be making Italian style stuffed peppers. I hope you enjoy them. The recipe is simple and quick. So for today's recipe, I've got 2 pounds of lean ground beef, 2 cups of instant rice to make up, 4 cups of tomato juice, half dozen bell peppers, Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese, fresh garlic and onion, coarse ground pepper, kosher salt, basil, ground garlic, oregano, some extra virgin olive oil, and some mushrooms that are a little past their prime, but we're going to chop them up and cook them in our stuffing, so they'll be just fine for our purposes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our ground beef all brown. We're going to do it over a medium-high heat. I'm going to add a little kosher salt for some seasoning and a little coarse ground pepper. And just a touch of the ground garlic. Just to give it a little interior seasoning. The ground beef is just about cooked down, so we're going to take this off the side and let it drain and let it cool so we can handle it for the stuffing. Because mushrooms have so much water, we're going to cut them up into chunks and we're going to fry them, take some of the moisture out of them, and that'll make our stuffed peppers not so watery. So with the mushrooms all prepared, we'll put them into the skillet that we used before, leaving the oil that came off the hamburger, and we'll season them down a little bit and get a lot of the moisture out of them so they go into our stuffing. As you can see, there's quite a bit of steam coming off the mushrooms there as they release the water, and of course they're going to shrink as they release that water down, and they're going to cook down to a nice beautiful brown. And I left them as big chunks because it'll add a better taste of flavor than if you were to totally chop them into a fine duxelle per se, and it wouldn't have the same effect biting into your stuff or your stuffed peppers. So while we're waiting for the mushrooms to cook down, let's talk a little bit about stuffed peppers. Truly, there are no rules on what can go in them. If you want a vegetarian or vegan option, absolutely perfectly fine. You can do either. It's finding the right vegetables to go into those ingredients for stuffing your peppers. Ones that won't make them too soggy, of course. Eggplant or zucchini might not be the greatest choice, but certainly there are other good vegetable choices for that. Other meat options for your stuffed peppers could be slices of sausage, or if you're a hunter, maybe venison. There are endless choices of what you can put in your peppers. For the rice, we're just going to take our 2 cups of rice, add in 2 cups of freshly boiled water, and we're going to stir it in and cover it. So we've prepared our peppers. We've cut the tops off them. We're going to chop these up, and I obviously removed the stems and the seeds. So the tops that we're going to chop up are also going to be a part of our stuffing mix. It'll add a beautiful, colorful appearance to your food. Grate up some nice Parmesan cheese. It's nice and hard. It's going to give a lot of extra flavor to our stuffing. As well, it serves as a good binder as well. So after a couple minutes, you have about a cup and a half of Parmesan cheese freshly grated. We're also going to chop up a little onion to go in our stuffing mix. So 1 yellow onion should do it. So you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So for our stuffing mix, I have the tops of the peppers that we cut off, the chopped onions, the well-drained ground beef, our Parmesan cheese, the mushrooms, and the rice, and we're going to season it again with the garlic powder, oregano, basil, some kosher salt, and pepper. These will all be mixed together in the large bowl. In go the mushrooms. In goes the rice. And we're going to leave the Parmesan cheese while the rice is still hot because we don't want a gooey cheese mixture stuck in the middle of a single pepper. And the final bit is stir in our Parmesan cheese now that the rice has cooled down a bit. Add in your spices and seasonings and give it a good stir. Thoroughly mix it in. Once you've thoroughly mixed your stuffing mix, you're ready for the peppers. So with the peppers thoroughly stuffed, we have bits of the tops spread out over the peppers to give them a colorful look, and there's still some left over, which is quite a tasty dish on its own. So for our sauce, we're just going to take our 4 cups of tomato sauce and pour it right into the bottom of the roast pan. There we go, all of it. And I have here some finely chopped garlic, and that's just going to go right into our sauce, and it'll do nice to flavor it. If you don't like garlic, you can use whatever you like to season your tomatoes. A little kosher salt inside the juice, and a little coarse pepper. Not much is required because we have some good seasoning already in our there. Just a touch of the oregano. And basil. We're going to pop this into our oven. It's preheated to 350 for about 35 minutes. And then we'll add the mozzarella cheese on the top and finish it off. So the moment of truth, our timer has gone off, and we're going to check after 35 minutes at 350 degrees how well we're doing. Oh, the smell is amazing. So we're just going to check the tenderness of our peppers, and they're not quite there yet. They're getting there. So we're going to put them in for another 5 to 10 minutes at 350, and then we'll grate the cheese and get it ready for putting on top for the final phase of the cooking. So we're just going to grate about 200 grams of mozzarella cheese, and it's just to go on top of our stuffed peppers near the end of the cook time. And there we have our cheese all grated and ready to go on top of our stuffed peppers. With our mozzarella cheese now, just gonna go, we're gonna put a good dollop. It's gonna run on each one of our peppers. This is how I like them. This is absolutely optional. You can do whatever you want. Remember, they're your stuffed peppers. You can season them the way you like. Add cheese or no cheese, it doesn't really matter. It goes in your stuffing your delight. All right, our cheese should be nice and melted now. Let me just adjust the camera here a little bit. And we should have quite the treat here for us. Et voila. If you want a more brown look, you can put your cheese under the broiler for about 2-3 minutes, but monitor it closely because it'll burn really quick. So for plating up, make sure you take some of that nice, rich tomato sauce. And this is what I love. This adds a whole dimension to your beautiful stuffed peppers. So let's cut into our stuffed pepper and see what we have. Now this is going to be very, very hot. I'd recommend letting your stuffed peppers sit for 10 or 15 minutes prior to serving. They'll still be plenty warm. There we go. Look at the richness of this. Got the mushrooms, pieces of the pepper tops, your ground beef, and that, and it's well seasoned. You know, not too heavy on the salt or that there, but it's an absolutely delicious looking meal. Make sure we get some of the sauce on here. And, oh, the cheese. Cheese is so hot. But let's give it a go. That is an amazing little dish. Give this dish a try at home. You won't regret it. It's very easy and quick to make, and your family will enjoy it. Remember, you can make your stuffed peppers any way you want. The amount of different ingredients that are available to put in your peppers to make your favorite dish your way are endless. Give it a go. There are no wrong choices when making stuffed peppers. Thank you for watching Steve's Kitchen. Remember, share, like, and subscribe. We'll be doing more dishes on simple, easy cooking for everyone in the family. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Remember, you can make your stuffed peppers any way you like. The amount of different... Honey, you're doing the dishes, right? Thank you.